happiness, sadness. Like I pull from emotion. I pull a lot out of emotion. It could be. It doesn't even have to be how I feel today. It could be years back. You know, I hear a melody, and then I'm like, oh man, the track that I hear just now, even if it's just a piano line, this is what it should be about. Like, I want to talk about a past relationship, or I want to talk about somebody else's relationship, or I want to talk about racism. I want to talk about issues that we have, you know, within humanity. There's just a lot where I pull from, but I would say the biggest influence is my own life and my own experience that I really, you know, pull from on an everyday basis. And it hits me on different times too, you know. Sometimes I don't write for a couple weeks, but then I write 2 songs within 2 days. You know, it's hard to tell sometimes.
So what was the creative process when you wrote Vibin?
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, the creative concept, usually what it is, me and my producers, we sit in the studio, we go through melodies and different drum settings and so on, and really come up with the structure sometimes first. And then I hear something, and it could be like, let me put it this way, we could go through 10 different beats because my producers, they have like 300, 400 different beats to choose from. But, you know, even if they give me 10, it may be just one that really strikes me in that moment. And then what I do is I come up with the hook first, and the hook determines what the rest of the song is about. And for the verses, I'm really like a hermit almost. I go like and shut myself in a room and basically just let my thoughts fly, basically. I need to be alone. I don't like people to be around when I write my stuff. And then, you know, it's just an intimate moment for me, basically, to be myself fully. And then I come up with the song. And once I have that and I feel really confident about it, then I perform it for my producers and my friends and ask them for their real opinion.
So we want to get into vibing now and get those that are listening, want to get your opinion. This is a track that I listened to several times last night, so I'm definitely feeling this one here. This is Vibing by Ricky Official. Yes, that was Vibin. You know what? That track has the perfect title. 'Cause I felt like, I don't know, like you just get in a certain mood and you can just sit back and just vibe to that, you know? It has the perfect title, most definitely. Rich, what you think about Vibin?
I rocked with it. I got lost in it, honestly. Like, it was just, the title fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said it. You said it. It's just as good as I could have said it. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, so seeing that you have a different sound, your look is different. And when people find out, you know, you're German and Japanese, do you face any type of barriers or obstacles that you feel you've had to overcome because of who you are?
Let me put it this way, though. I had to overcome a lot of obstacles, but see, what I like about hip-hop, for example, is the fact that it was made for people to communicate their issues and to really talk about what's going on. And I think the only genre that's really, you know, doing that gives a platform for people that are less fortunate to really go and report, you know, like, and I don't think there's any other genre out there besides hip hop that does that. Because in pop, you talk about happy things usually. You talk about heartbreak. That's pretty much it. Country, same thing. Rap, but hip hop, it's like almost street politics. You know, you talk about racism. You talk about police brutality. You talk about all those things that are going on, even if people don't like it. You know, because you just have to. And I had to overcome a lot of racism myself growing up in Germany, you know, because at that time when I grew up, there were not a lot of people looking like me. You know, there still aren't a lot of people looking like me. So the diversity is just a lot less over there in Germany than it is in Atlanta, and that's what I love about Atlanta. Because yes, of course, you know, there's always going to be people that are like, okay, well, you know, he's doing this music, but he's not black, or he's just doing this music, but he's Asian. The thing about it is that as long as we have that struggle between us as human beings, as brothers and sisters, we will always have that impression that we need to divide ourselves, and that's not how it should be. Really, we should be united as one. And
right.
You know, at the end of the day, what you think about me doesn't faze me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I take it in, but this is my music. This is what I lived. This is what I went through. And if I can help anybody else with my music, because this is really what I want to do with this music, I want to help people. I want to help them through their heartbreak. I want to help them through racism. I want them to identify with me because I've been through it. I've seen this stuff firsthand. You know, I lived heartbreak. I lived racism. I've been stopped by police because I look a certain type of way. I've been beat up. I've been threatened to be murdered by people who are not looking like me, you know. So there's a lot I can talk about in my music that everybody can relate to, you know, and I give a platform because I am multiracial. I give a platform to everybody. Like, I can talk to everybody in this world with my music. And that's the beautiful thing about it. And I think it's more of an opportunity than an obstacle.
Very well put. If you could, someone who's never heard your music before, and they have, you know, artist XYZ, and they have Ricky Official, what makes you so unique? What makes you stand out? Why should I buy your music over this other person's music? Tell yourself to me.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm an Asian European artist coming to the States to pursue my dreams, to pursue my goals, gave up everything. I studied English on my own. Nobody else taught me. I taught myself how to write songs. I write my songs from the heart. There's nothing in my songs that I portray that is fake, that is made up, and that is not me. So when you hear my stuff, my music, you hear me and you hear yourself too, because you hear stuff that you can relate to. You hear everyday stuff. You hear something that will spark a flame in your heart because you can relate. And that's why you should buy my music. You should buy my music because you feel it. You feel something in your soul that makes you happy, makes you sad, makes you feel related to it. And that's why you should buy my music.
Well, I've already bought some music, but I just want to, for those who may not be familiar with him and his sound, I like the fact that not only does your bio read, that quote unquote you're self-made, you actually live that life. Being able to teach your own self English, being able to teach yourself how to write music, and I think it's very important that artists not only can write a song, can maybe drop a beat, but you need to know the industry inside and out. So it is vital, as you mentioned, it is vital to read. Knowledge is power. And so the more you obtain, the higher you get. Not necessarily in the industry, but in life, the higher it's going to elevate you when you open up a book and learn how to, because I'm learning this now, how to produce music. When you can open up a podcast or a webcast and listen to an individual, talk about different marketing plans. So it's very important, as all artists across the board, that, you listen to what he's saying, especially those of you who are just coming on the scene and you may be wondering, well, what has he done to get where he's at right now? Read, learn. Don't be afraid to let anyone teach you, mentor you. That is very important as well, because I would be lost right now if I did not have a mentor that I can always fall back on and be like, hey, I felt like I screwed up on this. What do I need to do? So that is very important as well. So kudos to you on that right there alone. Rich, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I was just listening as a fan. Sorry. I'm just really just enjoying this interview right now. But what do you see next for you as far as musically? I know you was talking about earlier about experimenting with sounds. What can you see being the next sound for you?
There will be a lot of features that I'm about to do. Have a lot of dope things coming up. The next project that I'm about to drop is a feature that I have on Jay Harris, the producer's debut single. It's called Freak in the Morning, and it's a chill, almost throwback type feel that makes you feel really good, and it's sexy. It's a sexy song. Then I have a feature coming up with Precise. He's an artist that is more on the conscious side of things, where I really enjoy being a part of. It's called When Sunday Comes. Also has Jay Harris, the producer, and Spade on there, another artist that is going to be really hot really soon. I have another track with a Tanzanian artist named Kinyaga.